Hey, it's Friday. Um, just got home not too long ago. We had youth night and the new family that's coming to church, their kids came to youth night, so we had to drop them back home. So, just got home not too long ago. Nothing else really happened today. Woke up really late. I woke up at like 11:30, but I stayed in bed till like 2:30. It was so awesome. 'Cause I mean like every day I get up at like 7, 6, like the whole week. And so today I was like I don't even like if I don't have to get out of bed, I'm not getting out of bed. So I stayed in bed pretty late. Um yeah, so guys, Egypt. What? So Mubarak stepped down today. Which I think was a little unexpected for a lot of people because yesterday he made an announcement that he wasn't going to step down and that he was just giving a little power to his vice president, and he did all these things and he got everyone really, really upset. Like all the Egyptians were ready to really protest, like violently. And then today he resigned. He stepped down. So the Egyptians got what they wanted. And yeah, 18 days. It took 18 days for their revolutionary process to be completed, which I think is pretty cool. Um, yeah, so that's pretty awesome. I was looking up, like I googled like all the historical things that have happened on this date because it's actually a pretty historical date, February 11th. It's like so many things happened. Um, Abraham Lincoln. Sorry, that's my phone vibrating. Abraham Lincoln, when he had just gotten not inaugurated, he had just gotten elected, and he went to Washington D.C. on this day in 1862, 61, something like that. Might be even 1859. I don't even know. I'm not really sure. But he took the train today to get inaugurated in Washington D.C. 43 people, 43 people, 43 million people watched Elvis on ABC in 19. I can't remember that either. 19, oh my gosh, I'm so bad with dates, you guys. But, they watched Elvis. Um, Iran became an independent nation. Nelson Mandela got released from prison in 1990. So February 11th is a pretty historical day. It's crazy how like so many significant things have happened on February 11th. Jordan and Egypt signed like a peace agreement or whatever in I think it was the 1970s. So February 11th, if your birthday's on February 11th or your anniversary or some other significant day, it's pretty cool. So much stuff has gone down on February 11th, which I'm pretty sure it's like that every day. Isn't that weird? It's like we've officially been around long enough as humanity in order for every single day to be extremely important. I think they had done a study on that I think it was like last year or a couple years ago. Um, and like the most boring day, like where nothing ever happened. I think it was last year, it was like in April or something, where there was like no big news story, nothing political, nothing entertainment wise, nothing going on in the sports world, and it was just like totally boring. I can't remember the date, but I know that I read something about it last year. So it's pretty cool though. And if you think about it, I mean, so much stuff has gone. This is why I love history, you guys. It's like February 11th, it's just a month and a date and, just a regular day. But I mean, just pick a random date. Try this, right? Experiment with me. Just pick a random date and Google it and Google historic events on that date or whatever and see what comes up. You might be surprised at the things that, come up. It's crazy. It's like every day, there's so many things that happen every day. It's just, and not just like in our time, like way back 1500s. Um, on this date today, in I think it was the 15th century, 16th century England, King Henry VIII was made the head of the Roman Catholic Church. He was recognized as the head of the Roman Catholic Church. He was high. He was the only person higher than him was the Pope. So, I mean, like, just random days. I never knew that about February 11th, but now I do. So, pick a date, Google it, learn something. Fascinating stuff. Just awesome stuff. I think it's really cool. Um, so I haven't really been doing anything. I haven't gotten to see movies or besides Never Say Never, which you've heard me talk about a million times already, so I won't put you through that. But yeah, I haven't seen any other new movies. I haven't read any more books since school started. It's all been schoolwork, which is why I'm so sorry that some days my vlogs are so boring. It's just because of school. And I wish I could make it interesting, but I honestly, when I'm in school, I devote my time to reading and learning. What? Yes, that's what we go to school for. We learn. So some days it will be really boring, and I'm sorry about that. But I hope that my, I don't know, what do you call this? Conversation? Is this a conversation if I'm only talking to myself? It's still a conversation, right? Yeah. Well, anyways, I hope that it sparks debate or inspiration or a question or, I don't know. Maybe I should have you guys ask me questions and then I'll answer them. And then we have like a YouTube discussion about that particular topic or something. That would be really cool. But anyways, I watched President Obama's response to everything that was going on in Egypt today, and it was pretty good. I don't know. If you hear the response of the Egyptian people to his speech, it's pretty interesting because they don't, not that they don't like it, but they don't feel like they need our help. Which, I mean, you can't blame them. A lot of them were saying that, we started this revolution on our own, we'll finish it on our own, we don't need your help. A lot of them feel that President Obama didn't make up his mind early enough for them because he did stand on the side of President Mubarak in the beginning. And now he's saying that we stand on the side of the Egyptian people, which I know that they see it that way, although technically we have been supporting them trying to, get democracy in their country and stuff. But I do see it from their side, what they're saying. But, yeah, I think they're not refusing help, they're not refusing aid, but they are saying that they do want to do it on their own, which, is respectable. I think we need to give them their space to do what they want. Because, it's their country. And I know it's probably better if we go in there and help them out and whatever. But I mean, really, you can't force yourself into places that people don't want you. And it doesn't work in anything in life. And who are we to say that we have the right principles or we have the right... Because, I mean, our government is corrupt. There are things that our government does. There are scandals that our politicians go through. And we can't necessarily say that we are better than them. So, I mean, I think they should get the chance to, with our help, but primarily they should get to decide their own government, to do their own thing. I don't know what's going to happen when the elections come around. That's what I'm interested to see. Because the Egyptians, they don't really have a leader, if you know what I mean. And I think even one of the people that was being interviewed, one of the Egyptians that were being interviewed said that they wish they had some kind of leadership. Because right now, it is the military that's in control, but come election time, who's to say that somebody that supported Mubarak, runs for office and no one runs against him and then he wins by default. And it's like they start the whole process over again. So they're really looking for a leader. And the thing is that I don't think they want the Muslim Brotherhood to step in, but that might end up being the case if someone doesn't emerge as a leader. So I'm interested to see what happens with that. But it's crazy, man. It's amazing historic times. I'm excited about it because I was talking to one of my friends about this, and it was like, as young people and as a generation, we've had so many amazing things happen before us. We've had revolutions, we've had accomplishments, scientific accomplishments, the whole moon landing. We've had, even just socially, we've had rock and roll, like legends. We've had Elvis, they've had the Beatles. And it's like there's so many things that have come before us. And, I was telling my friend that, like, what is there left for us to discover, for us to invent, for us to accomplish, to do? And so this whole revolution in Egypt, I think, is one of those things that, fits into that category where it's like you want to witness history, you want to be part of something great, and this is one of those things. Because this is one of those things, when your parents talk about things that have happened, things that they've been through, if they've lived through certain things, and they're always like, yeah, it was like this, it was like that, I remember when this happened. And now we can say, I mean, some of us are older, like, I mean, I'm over 2 decades old, so there have been some things that I do remember. But, I mean, there are some things that we will look back on and tell our kids about. And the Egyptian Revolution will be one of those things. It's going to be in their history books when they're learning about global history or whatever it is, political science, anything like that. It's going to be in the history books. And I just think it's really exciting that we're getting to live through things like this. And yeah, that's pretty much my take on it. Because, I mean, I love history. I love discovering why things happened, how they happened, the people that were involved in doing it, which is usually young people. So for us to be going through something that is historical, I think is amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah. I think that's pretty much all that I have to talk about. I still can't remember what I wanted to talk to you about yesterday. And I think I'll just leave it alone. It'll come to me eventually. But, yeah, we're living through great times, you guys. And, it's exciting. So, there is no footage from today. Like I said, I got it pretty late. Didn't really do anything. We had youth night tonight, like I said. Tomorrow I've got to run a few errands and stuff, so maybe I'll bring you along for that. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to catch up on my shows now. I haven't watched any of my shows all week, except for American Idol. So, yeah, I have a lot to catch up on. So I'm going to attempt to watch a couple shows tonight. I've already watched Modern Family. And so now I'm going to watch a couple, maybe 2 or 3 shows, and then I should be good. Until next week, I guess. So I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.